They're like crispy. It's so good. I feel like I'm back in Rome. One of my all-time favorite things to eat is the fried artichokes that you get in the Jewish Quarter in Rome. They're absolutely perfect. I posted about it while we were recently there, and so many of you said, please, please teach us how to make these. So today's the day. I got these beautiful artichokes at the farmer's market, and we are going to make crispy fried artichokes. As with any artichoke recipe, one of the most time-consuming parts is just prepping it. So I'm going to take a little bit off the stem here. It's really good. Have nice stems on it. And then I'm going to peel off some of these outer layers. These are going to be too tough because with a fried artichoke, you're going to eat the entire thing. So we need to get these down to the really tender leaves. And I'll show you what they look like. So you can see as we start getting closer, you start getting to more of that chartreuse color. Okay. So now what we're going to do is just cut the top part of the leaves off because again, with a fried artichoke, you're going to eat the entire leaf. It tastes like a crispy potato chip. So we've exposed the center here and I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to remove this choke on the inside. With the Roman artichokes, they don't have a lot of choke at the size that they're using them, but this is a different style artichoke and I want to make sure that nobody has choke in there. So I just am using a spoon and just taking out that center part. Labor of love, I know. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it's all trimmed. I'm just lastly going to trim any of the tough parts off of the stem here. And this stem is a nice handle that you have for the fried artichokes. If your artichoke doesn't have it, it's okay. And then I'm taking a little bit of these dark green parts off of here, just because you want everything that you're eating is going to be tender. And then you want to get this into a lemon water bath so that it doesn't turn brown. You can see it oxidizes quickly. So in you go into the bath with a nice big squeeze of lemon. And once they're all prepped, I just store them in this water bath. It's almost time to get these artichokes into the fryer. Artichokes have to fry twice. The first time you fry to get them cooked, and then the second time you fry to get them crispy. But you do want to make sure that these get dry because, as you know, water and oil do not mix. I'm using peanut oil here for frying, and you want the temperature to be between 300 and 325 degrees. This first fry is going to take about 10 minutes. So I do these in batches. I do the first 4. And you want to make sure that you're moving them around in the oil. Start them down on their faces and then turn them on their sides. And this is how you make sure you get an even cook all the way through the heart. And what I do here is I start giving them a quarter turn, just so I make sure they're cooked on all sides, because obviously these artichokes are not completely submerged in the oil. And again, about 10 minutes on the first fry. You don't want that to get too brown. If it's too brown, your oil is a little too hot. And that's why we do it in 2 batches. Now you can see I'm starting to press down on the faces of the artichokes. This is going to help open those leaves and give you that beautiful floral pattern that we're looking for. Look at that. Just gorgeous. So after about 10 minutes, you're going to set these aside, drain them on paper towels, and do your second batch of 4. And when you have all of them done, when your guests arrive, that's when you do fry number 2. Again, the oil is about 300, 325 degrees. And this is just going to take maybe 3 or 4 minutes to get this final crisp and to get them hot again now that your guests have arrived. Again, you can see I'm pressing down on the faces to get that gorgeous pattern. Look at that. This is the perfect golden brown. You can still see a little bit of the green. It's not overly browned. It gets bitter if it gets too brown. Okay, look at these. They look amazing. So here's how you serve it. On a plate like this. And don't forget the salt. And these, they're like crispy. It's so good.
This gets a pre-dam.
Oh, so good.
You can eat the little chips off like this first.
Damn.
The chips are really good. Mm-hmm. Because they taste like chips.
They taste like potato chips, yeah. And then when you cut it, the heart is still tender. Wow.